Would you look at that? All right. What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? Okay, please type something in the chat if you can hear me loud and clearly, so that I know that it's working. Let's see, so 4 people here at the moment. Let's see. Five people are coming in. Let's see. Awesome. Look at that. Okay, Christian Vanvik and Hennigan. Nice to see you. Okay, so my plan for now, in a little bit, is to go through the whole film for this year's WJF 16. And I think that quite a few don't know, quite a lot of you didn't know that I actually participated this year. But it was a little bit special because I actually wasn't in Las Vegas. I was actually in Trondheim, in my hometown, and the reason for that was that I had an exam, and also all the stress around the coronavirus, of course, which led me to that I couldn't go this year. But then I asked Jason politely if I was able to live stream it, which he said yes to. And that was also the plan, to live stream it to everyone at the WJF. But then again, there were some problems at the event itself, which led it to that I was only going to record it and then send it to them so that the judges could do their judging. So I'm really grateful that I got the opportunity. This video that I'm going to show now isn't live anywhere else. So this is the first time that people are going to see it. And this is also the first time that I'm going to watch it myself. So that will be quite fun to look back at, because yeah, I can remember most of it, but for sure there are going to be some surprises, I reckon. All right. 7 people here. Before I start sending the video, are there any questions you have? Yeah, one thing. How are you? Today I'm quite good. But the thing is, I'm actually in isolation now due to that I actually got the coronavirus a couple of days ago, and that's actually why I've learned how to live stream. So today I'm feeling way better. I wasn't that sick, but of course I felt that I got infected. But yeah, today I'm feeling really good, and I'm super excited to try this out. Yeah. Are there any other questions you have? If not, I'll just get to it, I think. Let's see. If we go back here, show video. Now I'm probably back here at the webcam. It looks like that my computer isn't fast enough to have the other camera recording while I play the video I'm about to show you. So that's why I use this camera when I'm showing the video. But yeah, let's start. Okay, first, I need to explain what you're going to see now. So this video is 1 hour and 18 minutes long. And we start off with the endurance competition. And this competition is so that you have to do at least 9 balls, at least 8 rings, and at least 7 clubs. And you have to do at least a qualify of it to get any points in this competition. So at least 18 catches of 9 balls, at least 16 catches of 7 rings, and at least 14 catches of 7 clubs. And the winner will get 3 points, second place will get 2 points, and last place would, or third place would get 1 point to their overall score. Yeah, let's start. And just ask any questions whenever you want to, and I'll happily answer them. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Hopefully the sound will get a little bit better. How is my sound compared to the sound in the video? Should I make the video lower, or is it good? Or higher, for that sake? Let's see. Let it reload a little bit. Try again. Two Avin at the same time. It is. Okay, so as you can hear, I'm saying that the time is 0022. Real nice time, but it's 22 minutes past midnight. So this is late for me. So for many days previous to this, I actually went to bed really late and woke up also really late, so that I would be wide awake when this is happening. Ready, set, go. Let's see how it goes. So at least 18 catches. 18 throws? Oh, a drop. Oh, okay. Let's see, I'll do this. Yeah, so it hasn't worked out yet. WJF Fontaine. I have a twin. The guy in the video is my twin. Okay, I'll go for it again. Look, it looks quite good, I think, but a little bit rushed. Anyways, I have 2 minutes on me to get it. Now 1 minute left, my mother said. So I actually had a lot of family members and my girlfriend right behind the camera there watching me. So that was quite fun, having their support. Yeah, it's 9 balls. There we go, looking real clean. A collision, but yeah. Awesome. So there I got 18 catches. And that was probably that was the only kind of endurance thing that I was a little bit worried about if I wasn't going to make it qualify at all, because I haven't really practiced enough of 9 balls. My record is like 50 catches, but it's more important how often can you get at least 18. So I was really pleased to actually get exactly 18. I wasn't sure I was going to get it. Yeah. So 18, that's what I got. I'm more than happy with that. Let's see a question. Yeah, so now I have a 2-minute break before I have to begin my ring endurance. And this was quite a challenge for me because having only 2 minutes to go from one prop to another isn't a lot at all. So you have to warm up new muscles, you have to get the feel for it. So this was for sure quite a challenge. But yeah, from Hennigan. With this 9-ball start, do you hold 4 balls in one hand with pyramid grip or a diamond grip? Okay, I can actually show you if my microphone is long enough. So if I understand the term correctly, I'm doing a pyramid grip. So I'm having 3 balls like this, 1 on top, and then just juggling. But sometimes I have 5 in my hands while starting my pyramid juggling, if that makes sense. But when I actually go for 9 balls, I'm holding 6 balls and juggling 3 on top, if that answers that question. All right. Yeah, so now I'm just warming up and getting ready for to try at least 8 rings. Okay, so I might said this a tiny bit earlier, but my goal was now to go for 40 catches. If I got 40 catches, then I would try 9 rings, because a 9-ring qualify in this competition is always better than infinite catches of the lower prop. Looking good. Ha! 38. Ha! Yeah, I'm saying that I caught them actually by accident, which is true. And I got 38, and I was like, that's good enough. Let's see, 9 rings. Johnny, is my audio too low or the video audio too low? If you could answer that. See, 9 rings. Oh. Let's see. There we go. Oh, quite a good run. Oh yeah, the video audio you wrote. Yeah, I don't find the video audio too important, but I can probably make it a tiny bit louder. All looking good. Come on, 18 throws and 18 catches. Yeah, the 18 catches I was actually really happy with. This is at least after the rule change that was in WJF 1, where if you caught the ring before another ring dropped to the ground, all the catches that's done before a ring touches the ground is okay, even if that ring was thrown after. But now, of course, you have to catch every ring in order. And this is actually the first time that someone qualifies 9 rings in WJF competition by today's standards, at least. So I was, yeah, really pumped about that. So that was fun. But now we're going over to clubs. And clubs was quite a struggle, as I remember. Yeah, the reason I think is because I always start my practice session with clubs. And that's not a bad thing, but always doing that is a bad thing while competing in WJF. And the reason for that is that they always change what prop you're going to use. So we always have to recalibrate everything. And going from rings to clubs, I thought at least that it was super difficult. It wasn't too bad to go, it wasn't too bad to go from balls to rings. Clubs to balls was no problem at all, but rings to clubs, the change there was really hard. So how do you deal with pain from ring juggling, especially high numbers? You just have to deal with it. The skin here thickens a lot while juggling a lot. Oh yeah, did I begin there? Yeah, or soon I think. Yeah, the skin thickens quite a lot. So the more you juggle rings, the less it's going to hurt. Also the same as the skin over here gets thicker and thicker, so that it hurts less to hold many. But if I throw really high, it hurts, but it probably hurts little bit less to me than to a non-experienced ring juggler, just because I've done it so much. But yeah, it's you just have to do it a lot, I think, and not try and avoid getting the cuts. That's never beneficial. Yeah. Now the time has begun. I hope it was an answer to you, Hannigan. There I start, and it feels real bad. Yeah. Like in practice, I do like 30 catches, and I can do it 5-6 times in a row. But here it was just getting it qualified was really difficult, which was quite annoying, to be honest. But yeah, there I got a run going. 21, 30 catches, which is okay, and which is also the longest run that I got this day. That was quite a bit less than I expected, but I also maybe didn't practice it enough before this competition. But yeah, I focused more on the routines. But still, it's okay. But I was hoping for more. Yeah. See, yeah. Let's see. First, I'm not sure how I say the name. Fuser. Correct me if it's wrong, but Fuser. How long did it take you to learn to juggle 5 balls? Let's see. If it depends what you mean by to juggle. If you're saying like almost 100 catches, then let's see. I learned to juggle 3 balls around September in 2007 when I was 9. And let's see. I reckon between 1 year and 1.5, yeah, maybe 1.5 years or something before I before I got around 100 catches of 5 balls, I think. Yeah, my 8 and 9 ring record. My 8 ring record, both of them are unofficial, off camera, so I can't prove it to you. But my 8 ring record is 100 catches, if I counted correctly the run that I did it. And with 9 rings, I'm not quite certain. I think 30 catches, and that's for sure one of the records that, if you take my record compared to my average, then my record should be a bit higher. So let's see, hopefully I can beat it by quite a lot in the future if I practice enough for it. Let's see. I say Johnny, yeah, and you also said maybe it's just me, but I'd say that a run of 40 catches with 8 rings seems more impressive than a 9 ring qualify. I don't think so for my part. I personally would say that 40 catches with 8 rings is easier. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I had my family and my girlfriend and also David in the back, and then I also live streamed to my Norwegian juggling friends, as Christian Vanvik, Børre, Håvard, Julian, Magnus, all of those guys, and more. There's probably names I didn't mention. Were also able to watch it and give me comments and stuff. That was real fun. So now we're moving over to the flashing competition. And in the flashing competition, you only are going to do as many throws and catches as objects, and it's at least 10 balls, at least 10 rings, and at least 8 clubs. And this is the first time in any competition, as I know of, that they have it. And I was one of the guys that was suggesting having this. So I'm super stoked about it. So now, let's go, starting with 10 balls. It's probably a bit hard to see. It's clean. Ah! It's like first attempt dropping the last ball. One more go. Yeah. That was nice to get. The flashing competition also gives 3 points for first place. But I was going for 11, and I've only done 11 balls 3 times in my life before doing 12 balls. I haven't done it after. So this is the first time that you see that. I don't have it on camera yet either. Quite good. If I practice the music or anything while practicing, yeah, sometimes. While practicing big numbers, I like to listen to like real pump music, and during warm-ups, I like podcasts and stuff, or a little bit more calmer music. But look at that. One drop of 11 balls. That was not expected at all. It was probably around 2 years since last time I tried 11 balls. Like, not joking, for even one single attempt. That as well. Let's see if I'll get it. 15 seconds. Now I have to hurry. Go for it. No. Or maybe one more attempt. Yeah, time's out. But yeah, as I said there, that was close. I was really pleased with that, and I got the 10 ball flash, which ended in tied first place with Spencer. You also, I could say how the other competitions ended up. So with the first one, 9 balls, I got second place. Spencer got 38 catches, I think, with 9 balls. And with rings, I won by getting 18 catches of 9 rings. I mean, with 7 clubs, I got second place with 30 catches, and Spencer won with 69 catches, I think. Now for balls, we both got tied first place. And now it's over to rings. So at least 10 rings. So this was one of the things that I was most hyped about to get. I was quite confident that I would get it, but still it's not an easy feat. But like, it works every practice, but it doesn't necessarily work within only 2 minutes, which I had at this time. Yeah, I'm saying that it might happen that one ring just flies straight back and I have to run for it, which is quite likely. Yeah, so now I go for 5 rings in one hand. Works out fine in both. Just getting ready. Again, still 2 minutes break and / warm up to change between the props, which is quite little, which you'll see in the end of the video, where I get more and more exhausted. Right. First attempt. Looking good. Close. Close. Yeah, I'm saying that I'm a little bit stressed out. A lot of nerves. Even though there aren't too many audiences. Let's see. Looking clean. Let's go. 1 minute left. I got my brother to throw me another ring, to try and go for 11. But still, the 10 ring flash, super happy about that. But I'd at least I had to go for it, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't look too good at these attempts. Let's see. How is practice going for all of you guys at the moment? Are you able to find a space indoors while it's cold outside? Or do you do a lot of low ceiling juggling, which is quite popular nowadays? One and time's out. Yeah. Anyways, I got the 10 ring flash, really happy. Now I'm going towards or I'm going to try 8 clubs. And this is, I'd say, for sure the hardest of the 3. 8 clubs is definitely harder than 10 rings, and also harder than 10 balls. And like, I can expect of myself to get a 8 club flash every practice, but I can't expect of myself to get it every like within 2 minutes. So so yeah, when you have the pressure on you, you get a little bit more focused, I think, but you might also get a little bit more shaky. And also when you have to change from balls to rings to clubs, it makes it a lot harder. But I was really hoping to get this flash though. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Toby Reef, nice live setup. Thank you. Live game of Juggle. Me and Spencer Masahiro. Clubs only. Man, that would be crazy, but I think I'd be crushed by Masahiro. Like, he has the thing is though, he has so many like specific tricks, you know, that he's just insanely good at. But not only that, he's just in general, I think he's the best club juggler alive at the moment. Maybe you actually could argue if he's the best club juggler ever, in my opinion. The only thing holding him back is the 7-club world record, I think. So, yeah, it would be cool though. Okay, but now start 8 clubs. I haven't seen these attempts myself. Looking, yeah, looks more than good enough. And as you can see, let's see, I have 2 clubs here. So let's I'll show you after this attempt. Oh, looks good. But yeah, sometimes you might see me catch like this on the first clubs in my right hand, and the last one is like this, like normally, but the first one in bartender grip. And it doesn't look pretty, but it's really effective. You might have seen Will Colombiani do it, and it might look a bit messy, but in my experience, it sometimes makes it easier to catch them like that if everything is in a kind of bartender grip except the last one, because it also makes the pattern, you can have the pattern wider in a way. But yeah, Jay Hennigan, you only have low ceiling practice. Well, that's how it is, I guess. Oh, looking good. Like, when I watch at it, it looks like I should be able to get it, but it's a lot of clubs to catch. So even if the pattern is perfect, it's really not guaranteed at all to get it. "15 seconds left." 3, 2, 1. Last attempt. And didn't work out. 7 catches. It's like, well. That's how it is. Spencer actually got the flash on his last attempt. So there he got 3 points. And I got 0. Also Jack got 0 on that one. So let's see after. If I can see something. I have some notes here. See. Yeah, so I think it's quite. Both me and Spencer are quite close at this very moment in the competition. He got, let's see, 3 points for his ball juggling, and in endurance, and 1 for rings, and 3 for clubs. So that's 7. And I got also 7 points, I think. So I think we're equal in the endurance part, and also for the flashing part. I got 2 flashes and he got 2 flashes. So after the first part, we're exactly tied before going over to freestyle, which now has been bumped up a lot, I'd say, in terms of points. Also, the endurance, for sure, has been like really, what's the word? Buffed in terms of gaming. You get 3 points now for 1 victory instead of just 1 point, which it was before. But now freestyle with 5 balls, 90 seconds. So 2 stage, looking like a 1 high, 4 low, 2 stage 720. Going into 97531. Nice. So I pretty much did that so that I would have just one trick in the box, so that I at least most likely would get some points. Going for a 3 stage, which was really hard with shoes on, because both the shoes and the floor itself is really grippy. But that's one of the rules of this competition. You have to wear shoes. I'm not quite sure what I think about that. It might look a little bit more professional, but at the same time, I feel like it hinders my juggling in a way if I don't have the right shoes and floor. So yeah, I'm usually a sock juggler. Oh yeah, those pirouettes make me tired. Question on ring juggling records. There have been some world records set with rings and clubs while using holsters. Some say that these shouldn't be considered equivalent to the same record done without holsters. I'm wondering if you think the argument could have been about wearing gloves when juggling rings. Do you think it provides an unfair advantage similar to holsters, or is it not a very big deal? Personally, I haven't really tried juggling rings a lot with gloves. Not sure if I actually have tried it. Yeah, maybe if I have some nice leather gloves that kind of lets my fingers, yeah, it stops to the fingers here. I think it probably will be a little bit less feel, which might make it a little bit harder. But I think the main advantage is that you protect your skin a lot more, which makes it so that you can practice high number ring juggling for way longer without getting injured. So so if you're going for 11 or 10 plus rings and you practice with gloves, you can practice for a really long time without getting in any injuries. But without gloves, you can't practice for that long without getting any cuts. At least if you haven't trained up your skin for quite some time. So no, I don't think it should be another record. Let's see, I'm going to answer the holster question a little bit later. Now let's watch the 6-ball freestyle. So, okay, 30 seconds left. Oh, okay, I say I'm ready. I'm not sure what I'm going to try. 1 high, 3 low? Yeah, probably just to get a trick. Yeah, so there I have 1 trick down. Let's see what I go for. Okay, 6 up 360. 6 up. B9 7531. Back. So we're doing 9 different freestyle competitions. 5, 6, 7 balls, clubs, and rings. And getting first place gives 2 points this year. I actually thought it was 1 point when I read the rules, so I probably just misread. So I didn't really prioritize this competition quite a lot. And in hindsight, seeing that Spencer won everything, which gave him 7 more points than I thought it would probably be smart to practice. Oh, look at that. Wait, what did I do? Was it a B9 7-5-3-1 connected to 6-up or no? 6-up 3-6. Ooh, close. But yeah, so this year you get way more points for flashes and endurance and freestyle compared to routines, which I think is really good. Still, the routines are the things that gives most points, but in previous years it was like, yeah, if you're a really good 5-hole juggler, it doesn't matter if you lose every single competition in freestyle and endurance and whatever, you're still going to win, which really makes it really narrow. But this year it's like, I'll just take down sound a bit. But this year, it's kind of like that you have to be real good at everything. If you're not good at flashing, you're going to lose tons of points. If you're not good at endurance, you're going to lose tons of points. If you're not good at freestyle, you're going to lose so many points. Whereas before, it was like you only had to be good at 5 objects doing a routine. So I'm really in favor of the changes they made this year. The competition is way harder, but it's also way better in my eyes. Yeah, let's see now. I'm doing some 8x6, probably warming up. I actually don't remember what trick I'm about to do. Saying I'm ready. Going for a 5-up. Oh. Hello, Juan. How are you doing? Let's go. Looking clean. Yes. All right. I remember that one first place on WJF 14 while doing it to a collect. And I think this year I got 3rd place while doing it with a qualify. So the level of this year is high. Like, it was a tough competition. That's all I have to say. Looks like I'm probably going for the 7-up now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twist. Yeah. That isn't a trick I have practiced a lot the last years. I've done it quite some times before, but whereas the 5-up, I've done that quite a lot more than the 7-up. And also, I was just happy to get the 5-up, to be honest. So if I were to get this one, it would be as a bonus. Oh, that was quite close. Time's up. Okay, so holsters, should that be different or not? Like, that's a really good question. The thing is, I use holster myself now when I'm trying to do 12 rings, and I feel like holsters is kind of, it's a part of ring juggling. It's not that a big part of club juggling yet, but it might be in the future. Willie, for example, is using it. Toby Walker used it back in the days when he was trying to become the first to do 9 clubs. I think it should be allowed, and for my part now, I think it's easier to do 10 rings from the hands than 8 rings from the hands and 2 in the holsters. So, like, just doing just using holsters doesn't make it super easy. And you also have to practice a lot with, like, specifically with using holsters to become good at holsters. At the moment, I'm not there yet. So I think it should be allowed, as long as you're not using it to catch. That's my opinion. Yeah. So for the tricks that's coming out now, I don't really have a plan. Yeah, flourish. Yeah. So I actually asked Börre and Julian and Christian and Magnus, all of the guys that was watching on my Messenger voice call, asking them for trick suggestions. And Börre said the 5-ring flourish, flat front flourish, which we'll see now. There we go. Oh, not a good one. Okay. Spin, 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 spin. I actually think that was the trick that I got most points from, which is quite funny. Not the biggest trick, probably, but a fun one for sure. I didn't. That was quite a fun one. It should get some creative points at least. Maybe not the highest technical points though. It's not too difficult. Let's see what I'm doing here. 3-stage. Oh, so the 3-stage, the 3-stage didn't make it, but the 5-ring flourish did. The 3-stage is so much harder. Like, even though it's like you get a 25% bonus from having it creative, I think it should. I think the 3-stage should have won that one. What do you think? The 5-ring flat front flourish or the 3-stage? Again, I'm asking for suggestions for tricks from my friends with 6 rings. So I'm talking about if I'm either going to do a 6-up connected to 6-up 9555 gets suggested, and I also want to try a 6-up connected to B9 7531, and maybe also back again to a 756. See, I go for the 6-up 9555. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that first. That gave points because you don't need to do a qualify in this competition, even though it probably helps. There we go. 3 rounds. Oh, a bit silly. Let's see, what do I do now? 6-up once more. Doesn't really work out. Six up. Oh, a bit shaky. But I get it, I think. Yeah. Not the cleanest one, but I got it. And 30 seconds left. In hindsight, I probably should have gone towards the B97531 right away, or will I get it? Or maybe not. It looks like that I'm saving a bit much on the freestyle part. It probably needs to be a bit more planned in the future, so that I can go for some hard tricks right away instead of using half my time on tricks that are semi-difficult in a way. Because it's only 90 seconds and not longer that you have to do a big trick. Sebastian is here. Nice to see you. I'm just explaining that it's also 25, like it's 75% the difficulty and 25% creativity. Now I'm just doing this silly trick. Let's see, double pull off back into 7 rings. Okay, double pull off into 7 rings. Oh, it's quite cool though. And a pull down. All right. And I think I'm going to try it with a pirouette afterwards, which maybe looks a bit cool, but I don't think I made it. But again, this should be more planned than it was. It was quite spontaneous. Yeah, looks quite nice. Oh, I think now that I was just going towards a collect, because I think that should be considered more difficult than without the pirouette to a qualify. And if I got that, I could probably move on to with the qualify. But the problem with doing the split is that one ring often goes in front and one goes in the back, which made it a little bit difficult to catch. But yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, Sebastian. And now it's, as I explained earlier in this stream, that now it's way more important, all the other competitions, than the routines. Even though the routines are still the most important. But now, like, if you win all the freestyle competitions, you get 18 points. And I think the highest scoring routine this year, I think it was my ball. No, yeah, my ball routine. I think that was the highest scoring routine, and that was a little bit over 9 points. So you definitely get really rewarded this year to do some big stuff and creative stuff, or at least semi-creative, which also is a big part of juggling. So I'm happy to see that it's not just this robotic juggling as you mentioned now. Because juggling is a lot of different things. So and everything should be rewarded in some way. I feel like the only thing now or the thing that doesn't get rewarded now is basically 3 and 4 object juggling. But except for that, yeah, most of it counts towards the total score. But now let's start with 5 club freestyle. Starting off with a 1 high 4 low, which I'm going to attempt later in my routine actually. This is a trick I usually have down, so I just do it so that I have a trick. And then I'm going towards a harder trick, which I thought I was going to get, but it didn't end up like that. And that's the here, and that's the 1 high 4 low, 1 high 4 low 2 stage 720. That's the term for it. The problem here though is the it's the high one. Like it's like a super high throw. Probably yeah, a place between 11 to 12 meters, I reckon, that I have to throw it. Maybe 10 to 12 meters. So from the ground and up. Yeah, Sebastian, the hype. The hype is the thing that has been lacking the most in WJF. I really appreciate kind of all of the aspects of the competition itself. And this year, I truly believe that, like, objectively, at this very day, Spencer was a better juggler than me. Because we competed in so much different things, and I feel like everything was of the points was distributed, if that's a word, quite evenly. But a lot of previous years, it hasn't been fun in a way. I think to watch the WJF competition. They cared a lot about the production value, so they have really good cameras and stuff, but and music, but they add kind of the clapping on afterwards, and there might be like between 2 to 10 people watching. This year it looks like it was quite a bit more people watching, but still they're quite silent and stuff. So I feel like to get the oomph, you know, to get the hype, to get the crowd cheering, is quite important to make it interesting to watch. Let's see, 6 clubs, 3 rounds of 9-5-5-5 to collect, a good one. And I feel like also the competitors have a responsibility for that as well. To, even though it doesn't have to be a performance. Oh, look at that! 1 at 3 low to a collect. That was real nice. Like, even though the competitors themselves don't have to be performers in this competition, I feel like they have what should I say? I kind of feel like they should have an obligation to make the crowd hyped in terms of showing when they're excited for a trick they got, or showing when they're happy, showing when they're like they barely got a trick, you know, and make the crowd cheer. Because if it's only looking good on camera and it doesn't look that good in real life, then in my eyes it's not that good of a competition. So that's what I'm hoping most for in the following years. Like, I would love to have it on the EJC and just have the whole crowd just pumped, you know. That would like if you compare to Diablo Battle, for example, where everyone is super hyped. To have the same thing for WJF, but with the WJF competitions or the WJF format, that would be really interesting. So yeah, Sebastian, hype is important. And Luca, hello, how are you doing? No, they're not EX1s. I have some EX1s. They are the red clubs that I used in the ball tricks with clubs video, the collaboration video with me and Håvard. Spencer, Jack Danger, maybe it was more people as well. Maybe, yeah, and Murit. Those are EX1s, but now I'm using PX3 Lite. These guys. So that's the one I like most. The feel pretty much, or the weight feels quite similar. I feel like the EX1s feels a little bit heavier, but the stiffness is a bit different. I like to feel a bit better on these ones. So now it's 7 clubs, freestyle. And if you watched Juggling News, you'll probably remember that no points were scored in this competition. And I was extremely surprised by that when I saw the results. I feel like one round of 966 or a flash of 8x6. I feel like, yeah, all of us, Spencer and me and Jack, should be able to do that in competition. Yeah, look at that. It's a lot of silly drops, I think. This was one of the things that kind of annoyed me the most, that I didn't get. Because if I just got a flash, it would be like 2 points. So, but that's how it is, I guess. A lot of things had gone really good this competition as well, especially like looking at flashing, getting 10-ball flash, getting a 9-ball qualify, 10-ball flash, 10-ring flash, yeah. So and also the 9-ring qualify for sure. So I couldn't complain, or I can't complain in any way. That's clean. Counting down last attempt. Yeah, that's how it is. That was the last freestyle competition. So now it's only routines left. And I'm starting to become exhausted. As some of you might recall, the competition started around what was it? 22 past midnight. That's when I started the video. So now yeah, it was late, and I had been in a hole for quite some time, and so many competitions right after each other really tears on the body. Yeah, numbers competition as well. It's really hype to watch. I'm not sure, Sebastian, what do you think would be the best format? To have everyone on stage at the same time, or to have one person? I'm also asking this question to every guy. Okay, so now it looks like I'm saying that Josh didn't send me any specifics about how long break I could have before the next competitions, but like not too long, and I should have everything in one take with the video. So I can probably skip a bit. Let's see what I'm doing here. Okay, I think I'm going to explain my whole routine here. Yeah. Yeah, Sebastian, you'd like one at a time? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that might be better. I'm not sure. Oh, Jasper wants all together. It's interesting though, because then like so much stuff is happening at once. Like maybe increasing the time from 2 minutes to 4 minutes and having maybe 4 people at a time on stage could be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy to say, but that'd be up for the thing that most people would find most interesting. Okay, guys, I just have to take a short break. where I go to the toilets, and I'll play, let's see, play a video here so that you guys can listen to. Let's see, go here, advanced settings. There we go. See you in short break. The first juggling news.
Håvard and Julian showed us a preview of their soon-to-come juggling show, Melting Point. Nice! Dominic Latera made a juggling video with only using tricks forming a pyramid. Innovative and impressive juggling. A new 7-ring grip.
It looks like a lot. Well, as of right now, it's not the best.
Robert LaBeouf breaking.
Let's see. Now I'm back. All right. Yeah, Sebastian. Yeah, you think that? Yeah, when a lot of people stand like right next to each other, it's probably a bit hard to judge or to see who has the longest run. That's true. And Matthew, welcome. Yeah, only had one country with a team of jugglers. Okay, so Matthew's question is if it would make more sense to have a competition in Europe next year, and also some things about the Olympics. Like the Olympics is probably quite far off, I think, if it will ever happen. I think it would be really cool though. But the first step now is just to get juggling bigger, I think. So, and I would love to have it in Europe. I also think that we would get way more competitors. Not necessarily harder competition at the top. I still think Spencer might be the best at what he's doing in terms of the rules of this year. Or yeah, so but like it's more in my eyes at the moment. It's more important to get more people competing at the top than just better jugglers at the top. So yeah, I would love to have WJF in Europe. That would be a lot of fun. And also then with a lot of jugglers watching. That's really important to make it inclusive. Also, is there footage of WJF 16? Will you cover WJF 16 in the next episode of Juggling News? I have covered WJF 16 in Juggling News for December, so you can watch that. Yeah, no footage, or there are some footage out. So it's this video that you're watching now. It's unlisted. I'm not sure if I'm going to publish it or not. And then it's also 2 separate 1 hour long Instagram video on Spencer and Rolly's Instagram account, which was from the live stream he sent, but none with the official cameras. I think that's probably going to come out like this summer or something. Yeah, for competitors it would be way easier to get more teams if it was in Europe. But it's, yeah. The thing is though, also for Jason organizing this whole thing, it's hard to know if we're going to go towards having it like super professional when guys see it on TV, or if we're going to put more money towards getting more jugglers to compete. My way of viewing it is I want more jugglers. I think it's more important to have 20 jugglers competing than 3 jugglers competing, and then you have like 5 cameras and a whole big crew and everything. So, but I'm not sure. I'm probably not the one to decide that. But yeah, more jugglers competing. That's pretty much what I would like. But now let's continue watching. And I'm wondering, when I play now, just tell me if you hear like no volume at all, or if you hear something. That would be nice to know. Let's go.
Own 4-ring world record with
No,
a massive.
ha! That was the Juggling News. That's the wrong one. This one. Now I'm saying all the tricks I'm going to do. Yeah, I walk through everything in my head now that I'm going to do. That's everything with 5 balls. Getting pumped up and ready to go. So for this competition, there have been some, or a lot of rule changes. I'm probably going to pause right before I begin. And like the first one is that now you can do as many tricks as you want, and you have 5 minutes instead of 2 minutes. So previous years it was only 5 objects. Now it's 5 objects and up, which I'm really in favor of. But it's 5 minutes, and that's a long time. Like, you can try yourself to do hard technical tricks for 5 minutes. It's quite exhausting, especially with clubs. So it was a tough competition, but a really good one, I think. And because you can do so many tricks that you want, it's not only about finding the best 15 tricks you can do, but it's maybe to figure out what tricks are the fastest to do that gives the most amount of points. So it's a different way of thinking about it than it was before. when time didn't really matter. So yeah, it was quite interesting. That looks like I'm getting ready. And also one more thing, it was this year you could also only do also only do one trick once to get points for it. So you're probably going to see me in the club routine doing a 5 clubs in singles, a 3-up in singles, and then I go back to doubles. I could have gone back to singles, but it wouldn't matter at all in terms of points. So at previous years, when you only were going to do 15 tricks, and maybe 4 of them were kind of the same trick, you pretty much had only to learn 11 tricks if you connected them in a different way. So back in the days, you maybe did 11 tricks. This year, you do 30 plus different tricks, which makes it a lot more difficult, but also probably a lot more interesting to watch as well. I'm not sure what you think, but I'm quite a big fan of it. But maybe it should be 4 instead of 5 minutes, because 5 minutes is a long time. But let's play it. Jasper, what you mean with you got the competition NJF? If I'm going to come there this year, or what's the question? Ready, set, go. Okay, I juggle 5 balls, back crosses, directly connected to 5-360, back into 664, even though it looked a little bit like 744 to be honest. 5-360, back into 6-4x, out of 6-4x, connected to a 5-360, oh, and a drop. A 5-180 connected to 5-180. Maybe I go back, yeah. So 6-4x, transition, 5-180. Ah, it's sloppy. Sloppy and a drop. 5-180, 5-180, 7-4-4. I didn't do the connection from the 6-4x, but I'm back in 7-4-4. 9-9-9-9-9-9. No, 7-7-7-9 to 0-0-4-4, back into 7-7-1, into 9-1-5, and back into the pattern. Nice. That's a lot of new side swaps in the routine, which was quite fun. I had a lot of fun with the side swaps this year with balls, and also with rings actually. 1-4 low, connected to 9-7-5-3-1 for 4 rounds. Back into pattern. Then another big trick, I think. It's the B9-7-5 maybe? No. 3-up 720. Then B9-7, 720. And then probably the 2-stage, 5-up 2-stage 720. Nice. Okay, I got all of the big tricks right after each other. That's really nice. I go into shower, into high-low shower, and then into high-mid-low. Great. For these tricks, there weren't any connection bonus, the shower tricks, but yeah, it was as easy to do them just right after each other than not connecting, so I just connected. And then I finished up with a 9-7-5, 2-2-360. A nice and easy trick at the end. 3 minutes left, and I begin with 6 balls. 4-360 connected to 9-5-5-5. Connect to 1 high, 3 low, into 7-5-6. Big connection right there. And then I attempt to go into 9-4-5. Connected to 9-6-3. 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Tried to go back into pattern, but I drop. And I think I decide here that I'll just move on, because I probably made the connection into 945. I think I got points for that, but not the 963, because I did at least 10 catches of 963. Okay, 6 up 360, back into normal pattern. B97531 connected 2 times. You only get points if you do 2 connected this year, or 4 connected. Maybe it will be also 1 round in the future. I think it should be, to make it easier to join the competition. 4 360 right into synchronous pattern. 4 360 connected to 864, back into the pattern, and stop. Nice. Okay, that's actually a really solid 6-ball routine. I'm really pleased with that. Only 1 drop with 6 balls, it looks like. That was the going out from 963. So now it's 7 balls. Now I do 2 tricks that doesn't get connection value, but oh, I dropped. But it's 2 points that give 2 tricks that give a lot of points. So 3 up, 4 up, connected to 1 up, 6 up, back into the pattern. Got it on 2nd attempt, nice and clean. 50 seconds left. Then I go for 8x6. You could either do 14 or 28 catches of this. I chose to do 14 catches because the point difference wasn't that big and I felt like the risk was not worth taking. But I got it clean, and then it was time for 8 balls, which I thought I was going to make, but it didn't happen. Let's see. Drop once. Okay, and I just decide, okay, I'm not going to do it, which was probably the correct choice. But yeah, that's it with balls. Alright, yeah, so Jasper. Yeah, I said that it would be cool to have more competitions in Europe as well. And NJF is already a nice starting point in terms of growing. Yeah, that's true, which is really cool. Now that's only for the guys in the Netherlands, I reckon. But yeah, that's real neat. We're actually going to try and attempt to have the first Norwegian juggling championship as well this summer. So I'll probably announce it later, but we're going to have the Norwegian juggling convention this year in the end of June. So yeah, it would be cool to see a lot of you guys there. The first time it's back since 2013, so it's really exciting. Yeah, passing competitions as well, Sebastian. That could be cool. It should be a thing. Then a lot of guys should come together and discuss how much points should the different tricks do. At least because most of the WJF competitions are kind of an objective competition, even though the judging of how many points a trick should give is a bit subjective. But a lot of guys can talk or say what they mean about the points. A lot of the competitors have a little bit of influence about how much points it should give. Now I'm just saying back all of the different tricks I'm going to do in the competition. Matthew, hello. Are you the only juggler who competed virtually? Yes, I was. The plan was that no one was going to compete virtually. I don't think Jason announced anywhere about the possibility, but I just asked him because I was supposed to go to Las Vegas. Maybe it would be nice to just make it possible for everyone to compete virtually, actually. Then we'd probably see more competitors. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got the opportunity, even though it was a bit strange to not be there. But also then again, it's a long flight to Vegas, and it costs a lot of money to be there. Sleep at the hotel, being at the festival, food, travel. So travel expenses is for sure one of the things that's holding back a lot of jugglers, I think. So having it in Europe would then again make the travel expenses for the guys from the US higher. But if we have it, let's say, the EJC, which is quite cheap and it's free to sleep in a tent and everything, it should be quite accessible, I think, for most people. But yeah, I was the only guy competing virtually. Looks like I'm really in my zone, just saying all of the tricks I'm going to do. It's like trying to remember a lot of lyrics or a lot of numbers right after each other. Because it's between 25 and 35 tricks or something I do in each routine. So it's a lot. I place between 80 and 90 yeah, or 80 and 100 tricks that I have to remember in order. So it's a lot of planning that goes towards making a routine like this to figure out what tricks gives the most points in terms of how difficult I personally think it is. It doesn't matter if Spencer thinks it's easy or not. If it only depends if I think it's easy. So it's everyone has to do a lot of work beforehand to make it good in the routines. Let's see now. Going on, do a 50360 connected into 64744, and I dropped there. Not the best start. I don't think 645 was an option actually this year to choose. It was really strange. But that's how it is, I guess. So 64744. I make it, and I go back into pattern. Oh, B97720. That's a big one. 97531 2 times. Back into pattern. Five up, 2 stage, 721. No, it did not work out. Okay, let's see. I just take my time. I have 5 minutes. I have quite a lot of time. And it's important to not stress. So once more. No. Drop and aborting. That loses quite a lot of points. But last attempt. Okay, okay. I got it at least. But I probably lost. I lost way more than I gained doing that trick. But it was nice that I got it, especially considering that I tried so many times. But then 1 high 4 low. The beginning of this routine wasn't really that good, but I think it ended quite nice. See, 1 high 4 low into 744. Oh, into 777944 360 connected to 664. A lot of tricks connected here. Then into a 5 up 360. Okay, we'll probably go back a little bit now. Let's see. Okay, I go into 6x4 again. And I do a 5 up 360 into 8x444. Transition out of it into 97522 into 64x. going directly into a half shower. I was not supposed to stop there, but I did. And then I was supposed to connect it to full reverse, but I just go for full reverse. And I have to go back into the pattern to make it valid. And then into pancakes. Oh, not the cleanest one. Let's try once more. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 throws and 10 catches. That's it with 5 rings for now. Going for 6. You can hear that I'm breathing a little bit more heavy now. Okay, I juggle 6 rings, and now I do a lot of similar things that I'm doing with 6 balls actually. So I'm starting off with a 6 of 360, then I do 1 round of B97531. A lot of big tricks, yeah. And I break. Really happy with that one. Fourth 360 connected to 9555. Oh. Once more. Fourth 360 connected to 9555. I have to do it for 4 rounds. Then I go into 1 high, 3 low, and I go back into the pattern. A lot of movement, but 12 throws and 12 catches. I was really pleased with that one. That was a big connection. Now I'm doing going back into the sync and async tricks, I think. Yeah. 4 up 360 from async connected to sync, then 4 up 360 from sync to async into 864, going back into the pattern, qualifying and catching. Yes. Real nice. Then it's time for 7 rings. This year it was all of the 7 ring tricks gave very little points, I think, compared to their difficulty, except for 8x6. So that's why I only did that. So 14 throws and catches of 8x6. Good one. Then it's time for 8 rings. I'm going to attempt a qualify of 16 throws and catches in async. 14, 16 throws and catches. Real pleased with that. And then I was just going to finish off the competition with a 3 up 360 connected, 3 up 360, the 3 up 180 to 3 up 360 before the time went out, but I dropped. That was a bit annoying. The reason why I saved that trick at the end, I also did that with balls, and I think I do it with clubs as well, having a simple trick at the end, is to have some tricks if I have enough time. That was my plan, so that I'm not going to tire myself out on those tricks, and only do it if I have the time and capacity to actually do it. Now it's a break, getting ready. Yeah, my mom asked if I was satisfied with that routine. I said, not completely. But I got a lot of good stuff, but the ball routine was really good, I think. I was really happy with that one. But that's how it is. Okay, Luca, you wrote that there was also a guy from Russia who competed virtually in the juniors competition. I did not know. Let's see, because his name, I have it written down somewhere. See, juggling news. My juggling news notes. WJF 16. Bogdan Samarov. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Or no, I didn't remember. I knew that he competed, but I haven't seen the clips of it. But that was really that was cool that he also competed virtually. I didn't know. Yeah. All right, Jasper. So how flexible is the system? Um, so there's this really big spreadsheet of tricks that you can do, and it's all already determined how much a trick, how much points a trick will give you. This year, before the 1st of November, all the competitors were able to send in tricks that we wanted to be graded in that sense. So, for example, I sent in one high 3 low with balls and rings, and 8x6 with balls, and yeah, 3 up, 4 up, 1 up, 6 up. I sent in quite a lot of tricks that I wanted to do, and then most of them got some point values back. We saw this. We saw the scoring. Some of the scoring was completely off, I think, especially with 6 clubs. Still, I think the scoring with 6 clubs was way too low for anyone to want to do that much 6 clubs in a routine. So we could comment it, and it might be changed, but we can't decide it. But yeah, Jasper, if you have a trick that you want to do in a routine, you have to send it in, and then it will be valid, and it will be given a score. So probably, yeah, pretty much all tricks are possible to do in competition, but you have to send it in beforehand. That's the only restriction in that sense. Hope that explained it. Are there tricks that could be denied? Probably. Let's see. Let's see now. For example, now I'm doing half shower with 5 clubs. Let's say, okay, I'm going to do one half shower throw, then go back into 5 clubs for 5 throws, then a flat, and then a single. You know, something random that doesn't make any sense probably could be denied. And also, for example, I want look there. I'm trying 7 clubs to qualify. Super easy, but it didn't work there. Body rolls, I'm not sure about that. But I remember I wanted to do a flash for maybe a flash with 8x6 with 7 clubs, if it gave me enough points. But when the sheets came out, you had to do at least 14 catches, which is way too hard for me. So there it was decided that you have to do at least 14 catches. A flash is not enough. Bounce tech from Kellen Quinn. I'm not sure. It would be cool though, but for sure it would be possible in freestyle, but maybe not. In the routines itself. But it never hurts to send in a suggestion, but it might get denied. Yeah. Now I'm getting ready for my club routine. I'm going to start off with a 7 club qualifier. Ready, set, go. Oh, a bit blurry. Looks quite clean. Oh. So this time I was exhausted. It might not look like it there, but I was really tired doing going into this club routine, and also yeah, it's probably the most tiring routine of them all. And also, as I said, with switching between the props, so the club routine was a bit of a struggle to me, I remember. So I didn't make the 7 club qualifier, but I go into half shower for 20 catches, then I connected to 6 for 5, and then I connected to 4 rounds of 7, 5, 3, back into the pattern. Good one. Then I do a 1-up, 4-up multiplex. Then a 5-up 360 connected to 744. This is pretty much the same routine as I do every year. It's some tricks that I have practiced a lot on. A 3-up 360 connected to singles. Really sloppy singles. Yeah, I dropped there, but I'll probably try it again from the 744. Yeah. So 744 for 5 rounds, connected to 3-up 360 back into singles. Now it's all handles. Then a 3 and then a 3-up in singles back into doubles. Clean, nice. Still, I'm not sure if I'm on the plus side in terms of points, because I've dropped 3 times and done a lot of movements and stuff. So, because it's possible to get 0 points. It does, yeah. Falls apart, I guess. 3-up 360 connected to 8x444. A little bit of running, but clean, nice. That was an important one. One high 4 low 360, first try, nice. And then I tried the 2-stage and I just, yeah, it just collapsed. There were 2 tricks that I had decided beforehand that if I drop, I'm just going to move on. That was the 5-up 2-stage 720, and also a bit later the 5-club back crosses in doubles. So I move on from that. I go to the 777-944, back into pattern. Got it nice and quite clean, 1 wrong end catch. Then a 975-22 360, back into pattern, clean finish. That's a good one. Oh, almost forgot some tricks. Now it's time for the back crosses. I've been practicing back crosses quite a bit the last years. So I got to qualify there. I was really happy with that. A high scoring trick, but my arms were burning. I was so tired. So now when I tried this one, even though I was planning to do 1 more attempt, I just figured, nah, let's just move on. Try and relax a little bit while balancing a club on the forehead, and get some of my energy back. This was also one trick that I suggested that I wanted to have in the routines, which I was really happy that I was allowed to do. So that's the 5 clubs with a club balance for 20 catches. So it was at least 20 catches you had to do this year. Then it's time for 6 clubs. I start off with a 6-club qualify. 1 minute left. Then I do a qualify in synchronous pattern. And then I do a qualify in the 7-5 pattern, if I remember correctly. Then they don't really give too much points, but they're really fast to do. So, and also, it's important to just have a lot of tricks so that you can try to do it. Okay, now it's the last tricks. 3-up 180, back into the pattern. And then it's time to finish it off with flats, back into the pattern. And that's it for this year. Oh, that's nice. Look at me. I'm so tired. Now I have to show the time so that Josh knows that I'm not cheating. Yeah. So it took 1 hour and 18 minutes. my arms were pumped there. Yeah, I was really tired. Oh, that's it. That's nice. Let's see. Put on this one. Do like that. Oh, really zoomed in. Let's see. Oh, that was the wrong one. Let's change that. There we go. Right. That was everything. Let's see, Jasper. How far do you think you could push your 7 clubs if you would focus on it specifically for something like a year? Now my record is 135, and it has been like that for quite a lot of years. And that's actually mainly due to that I haven't pushed it that much. But 7 clubs takes so much time if you want to improve it. Like at least 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes every practice if you really want to push it, which is a lot. So I haven't prioritized it that much. But if I did, I would reckon that 200 catches should be within reach for 1 year for me. A lot more than that, maybe not, but yeah. Let's see. No, this camera is not on. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Paul G. Is 5 club back crosses generally easier in triples, or is it personally preference for everyone? I'm not quite sure. The pattern is really fast in doubles, but also you don't have to be as accurate as you have to do with triples. The general consumption is that it's easier in triples, I think. It gives a little bit more points in WJF competitions in doubles than triples, which I think is correct, but yeah. That's how it is this year, at least. So yeah, I think it's considered a little bit easier. Now I'm done with the video, so now I can probably use the little bit more high quality camera. My computer isn't able to handle everything at the moment. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave in not too long. So if there's any last questions that you have before I'm ending this live stream, this is the time to ask them. And also, yeah, thank you for everyone for watching my first live stream. It was a lot of fun. I'm probably going to do it a bit more, I think. Maybe just reviewing videos and such. It was really cool having all of you guys watch it. Yeah, doesn't look like any more questions are coming in. But yeah, let's just leave it a little bit. I think I'm going to leave this video public so that you can go back and watch it. Yeah. See, one more question here. Thank you so much for sharing the video. You're welcome, Jasper. No worries. And Jay Hennigan, how often do you practice and how do you split it between the 3 props? I think I practice at average throughout the whole year, probably 3 times a week in a hall, that is. Some months it's up to 5 and 6 days a week, but it really depends. I pretty much always practice clubs the most and balls the least, especially when I'm in a hall. But then again, balls is something that I might do a lot more of in like during summertime, when I can juggle outside and such, because I really like juggling outside with balls, but with clubs and rings, I don't enjoy it that much because I feel like it worsens my juggling. So yeah, I practice most clubs then rings, and then clubs. No, and then balls, at least when I'm in the hall. But maybe my total amount of hours in balls might be higher than rings, but I'm not sure. I hope that answers it. All right, that's it for this time. I'm going to end it now. It was really fun having you guys watching, and see you again. Goodbye.